So suppose we want to add some slider elements to our buttons. So we had some buttons here, and we want to add some sliders now. So here they are in the HTML. I've added the little P paragraph marks just so I can separate them on my page. But what is a slider? It gives me a little thing that I can move the position on, and I've got them for red, green, and blue. I've made them separately for red, green, and blue. You specify what the min and the max values are. You specify a starting value. This thing is a slider, and as always, we're going to have some IDs here which are going to allow us to reference to these things later. So here we go. We've added some slider entries here. So what are these? They're very similar to the button entries. We go to the document. We check from the ID. This is the same ID that we have in the HTML file, right? So here's our ID, red slider. Come back over here. Here's red slide. We add an event listener for mouse up, and then we specify our function. And what are we going to do in our function? We're going to set our G selected color. Instead of specifying the whole RGBA, we're going to just change the value inside red, green, blue for each of the different sliders. And then we don't need to actually change anything else. We've already done it. The only other change that we've made down here is that we're pushing the selected color. So how does this work? Here's green, here's red. We weren't careful to initialize our sliders, so their initial values aren't going to necessarily be something sensible. But we set our sliders, and we can change the color of our dots using these sliders now.